Hi, my name is Devinder Peris. Welcome to the dog park. This is a 3-acre property which we've put together to enable dogs to come in and really be free and to unleash their full potential. We've made sure that the entire property is properly fenced, so we've created a safe environment. We've kept the entire property chemical free. We don't introduce any toxins to the dogs. Most of the property is turfed so that there is unobstructed running space, activities to stimulate not only their physical side but also the mental side, to get them to think, to achieve stuff and break out of their comfort zones. Especially if a dog hasn't been outdoors and has not had the exposure to a large property like this, the mind will start to work, and that's when they become the happiest. For example, a simple thing like this, a step ladder created with tires, okay, which is very different to what a dog in your urban environment is used to, right? So they have to actually think before they start climbing this. The first thing that happens is that they start building confidence in themselves. Okay, they start because the respective owner or the pet parent would encourage them to go up there. When they go up there and come down safely, it builds that bond of trust between the dog and the owner. Very similar to the A-frame that we have here on this side. Once again, it's an uneven surface that we've put together there. The steep decline on the other side is unnatural steep. Once again, it's not something where it becomes obvious, hey, here's something which I'm going to just walk down. They've got to think, they've got to have confidence. The one at the back is actually a bridge. That probably is one of the most challenging activities we have here. It's a narrower strip of walkway. Individually, each of these, climbing up is a separate activity. Staying up there is a second activity, and climbing down is a third activity. So although in our mind, when we look at this saying, hey, here's a bunch of tires that you have to climb and come down, you actually, with a dog, you break it down into each of those steps. So in the middle of this, it's almost like one of those multi-gyms. You could see we've created a tunnel. They've got to truly trust the person who's asking to do that. Now, given that there are few dogs who've come here already who have been properly exposed to lots of environments, and they naturally take to it. But one of the purposes of having the dog park is that you start training your dog to build that confidence, right? Very similar to the lake that we've created here. Most dogs are natural swimmers. If they have not been introduced to water at an early stage, that window of 8 to 16 weeks, typically they are shy of that. But fortunately, we've noticed that every single dog who came to the park so far refused to leave the lake. They swam, they played, they did frisbees, all in and around the lake as well. So generally, it's a real pick-me-up for not only the dogs, to also the owners, to see how much of potential your dog has removed from that home environment, and when you bring them out here, what a different animal it turns it out to be, and for the better. This membership-driven park will create a community where people can start collaborating and bringing their dogs together. For the moment, for the safety of humans and their dogs, we've kept it. One member decides to have the park for the day or half a day, and he or she brings their dogs only. But if the dogs are friendly and they don't mind the interaction with other people and other dogs, people are free to bring guests or join in with other members to come in. 20,000 bucks is what you pay for an annual membership with a 5,000 joining fee. So 5,000 joining fee, 15,000 annual membership, 20,000. It breaks down to 1,600 something a month. That kind of pricing to make it accessible to cross section of societies. And then the booking fee can be shared between members. If there are 10 members, you spend 350 rupees a day for a full day. We're just finishing up our lounge there, which will give you a relaxing space, or you can also opt to make this a work from home environment where we will have Wi-Fi and plug points and charging points, etc. there. The idea behind this is that dogs, as man's best friend, has a lot more needs than we usually give credit or we heed to. A place like this will enable them to be without a leash, for the owner or the pet parent, as we call them today, to build a bond with the puppy or the dog, to be able to train your dog on recall. Right, so if your dog runs away here, it's safe, but still you would always continue to practice to say, hey, come to me, and that dog will come to you, and you build that bond. We've opened this place only about a week and a half ago, and we've had quite a few guests already come in. And one thing that everybody keeps saying is that this is the happiest they've seen their dogs, where they get to be dogs, they get to behave the way they were built to behave.